All right, so UFC 291 just wrapped up, and I'll be honest, man. I'm a Tony Ferguson fan. I'm a Dustin Poirier fan. Those are my, two out of my three favorite fighters is Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, Tony Ferguson. So obviously, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. I had this on because I thought it was gonna be a heist tonight. I thought it was gonna be a legal bank robbery. Thought I was gonna get right. Instead, I'm the one that got robbed. I got my money took. I lost like $500. So, not a good night at all. But it's not the end. It's not the end. So, we keep it pushing forward. And we got to talk about the card, man. We got to talk about the card, man. We got to talk about the card. So, UFC 291, man. Overall, man, the card was good. The card was good, right? Started off the night, Miranda Maverick with a sub on Priscilla Cochera. That was pretty easy to guess. Pretty dominant for Miranda. Next up, we had Matthew Semelsberger versus Rose Medic. Take this shit off. Shit's irritating me. I ain't gonna lie. Next, we had Matt Semelsberger versus Rose Medic. Rose Medic looked slow, but he got, we thought that elevation was playing a part of it. It really wasn't. He was able to land a spinning back fist and get Matt Semelsberger out of there. Matt Semelsberger did drop him, so the fight was pretty good for the most part. But Rose Medic was able to get that third round win and continue his 100% finish rate. So that was a cool fight to see. Next up, we had Jake Matthews versus Darius Flowers. He took the fight on short notice. So Jake Matthews ended up getting the rear naked choke. Flowers came out fast early, and if anybody knew, that's what he was gonna do. But he was just gonna fade, short notice fight, Salt Lake City elevation. Matthews ended up getting the submission. Next up, we had Roman Kopylov. This was, well, can't say that now. But yeah, we had Roman Kopylov. He fought Claudio Ribeiro. He landed a great head kick. And he got Ribeiro out of there. Ribeiro really had nothing on the feet, to be honest. So that fight was pretty much over. Like Kopylov just looked really, really good on the feet the entire time, and he had great takedown defense too for the most part, which was something he struggled with when he first came into the UFC. So that was good to see. Next up, we had CJ Vergara versus Vincius Salvador. Vincius Salvador, he's just a bum. Like, I dislike fighters like that. Like, the guy just throws wide hooks, tries to be cool and do flashy stuff. He's an idiot inside the cage. Like, he's more worried about being a showman versus actually just trying to get a win. So it was probably one of the most satisfying wins I've seen on the card. CJ Vergara getting that win. Next up, we had Gabriel Bonfim versus Trevin Giles, and Gabriel Bonfim, he's going to be a problem at welterweight. He jumped guillotine again, back to back in his first two UFC fights, got another guillotine, and that was pretty much it. His boxing did look wild once again. I think he's just more concerned about just getting the fight to the ground, even though he has great boxing. He kind of just abandons that a bit to get the fight to the ground, and he got a great takedown and then jumped for the guillotine. So he has a crazy guillotine. So yeah, they definitely gotta watch it for that. And then this is where everything started. I mean, everything already started going downhill. You know what I'm saying? I had bets up. Everything started going downhill already, to be honest. But, I mean, Jesus Christ. At this moment, I should have known to just, cash out whatever money I had left over. We had Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. And I wasn't surprised that Kevin Holland won by submission. It was just how terrible Michael Chiesa looked. He looks so terrible. He looks so terrible, man. He looks so terrible. He needs to retire. Either he's gonna get the back surgery, sit on the shelves, do commentary, come back when you get the back surgery, or just retire, man. Like, going out there looking this terrible, man. Like, just retire, man. He was one of the most frustrating performances of the night. But at the same time, I'm gonna give Kevin Holland his credit. He's getting better with defending takedowns. It is gonna be hard to take him down at 170. He hadn't really faced anybody at 170 that was a threat to take him down. Michael Chiesa really didn't shoot any real legit takedowns. So, I mean, he just asked to get finished. Then when he did, he just kind of left his neck out there and then once again got dart choked again. So he just likes getting dart choked. And that was that. Next up, we had Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. And I'm a Tony fan, and at this point, Tony Ferguson needs to retire. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to retire. Either that or he needs to be cut, because it's like his heart is still there, but his body's just no longer there. It doesn't matter how much you want it. Once your body says no, that's it. You need to stop. So, obviously that's going to be a tough situation going forward. I mean, 6 straight losses, multiple finishes. He had a a very fun career on the build-up, but like fighting like that is just not the recipe to win. He had a crazy fighting style, 12-fight win streak. The only thing that is the most upsetting for me about Tony Ferguson is that he got robbed of a lightweight title shot. Yeah, guys like Justin Gaethje winning, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. Like Tony Ferguson had that long win streak, and the UFC really sat there and didn't give him the title shot. But more than anything, we got to put blame on Tony Ferguson too. He did a lot of career suicidal things, double weight cut, taking fights he really shouldn't have took. Like Tony Ferguson already won. I don't know any guy in the UFC that has competed for 2 interim championships. And Tony Ferguson really allowed himself to take a fight versus Justin Gaethje when he had a fight with Khabib lined up. But because Khabib did some weird running away bullshit, now we're gonna sit here and we're gonna actually take a fight versus Justin Gaethje. It was the dumbest thing he could have ever did. So he did drop Bobby Green in the first round, right? And then what happened? He got eye poked, but little minute details like that are just not gonna get brought up. No one's gonna talk about the eye poke. He got eye poked. He was looking pretty decent, and then after that, Bobby Green figured out his timing, which Bobby Green is good at doing. And Tony just had nothing from that point. He looked terrible off of his back. He shot for the takedown once. Looked like he was gonna actually use some good strategy in the fight, and just completely abandoned the wrestling. So Tony can't. One thing about Tony, you can't blame your coaches no more, bro. You're the one that's going out there. You're taking damage. You're the one that's getting a new coach every single fucking camp. Enough is enough, bro. Just hang it up and stop doing this to your body. Stop damaging yourself, man. Just call it a career. You had a great career. Just call it a career, and that's it. No point to keep going out there, keep getting beat up over and over and over and over again, blaming coaches. Like, just stop. Because even after when he lost to Gaethje, he should have never got rid of his coaches. Eddie Bravo, great jiu-jitsu coach. I forget his boxing coach name, but he was with Tony through that entire win streak, and you're just gonna clear the squad. Career suicide. So he's still one of my favorite fighters, but I don't want to see him fight anymore because we know what's gonna happen now. He's gonna go out there, he's gonna get finished. Like, he just doesn't have enough left anymore. His mind and heart is still there, but the body just is not there anymore. So he needs to retire. Yeah, that was upsetting, bro. Next up, we had Derek Lewis versus Mark, Dolima, and Dolima's a bum. Like, just simple as that. He's a bum. Derek Lewis, he ran out there, landed that crazy flying, and I didn't even get to see the flying. I was looking down, and the guy runs out there, and I hear, oh! Dolima's on his back and just gets beat up, so he got what he deserved. Freaking idiot running out, allowing himself to get flying kneed in the first second. Like, how dumb can you be how bad can you be as a fighter? Like, you're really gonna get kneed that fast in the fight? Really? So Derek Lewis had another viral moment again, took his shorts off. Great post-fight interview, post-fight interview was great to watch. Very entertaining. Shout out Derek Lewis. He needed this win. He was on, he lost a couple in a row, but he did say that he felt healthy now, and you have to take little things like that into consideration. So that was cool. Next up, we had Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira, and I think Jan could have won this fight had he not looked so gassed. But I think because he looked so gassed, that didn't help him at all for the visuals. And when he got the takedowns, he really didn't do nothing. Like, after the first round, Jan Blachowicz really didn't do much of anything. So like, he's getting older, and it's like I think he's still, a good light heavyweight, but he keeps having these really, really close fights, and it's like, bruh, you can't have fights like that and expect the judges to give you the fight. So Alex Pereira ends up winning. That is the more exciting thing for everybody. Like, we get to see Alex Pereira fight for a light heavyweight championship. He might actually become the light heavyweight champion, unless he faces Magomed. If he faces Magomed Ankalaev, he's gonna lose. I'm 100% sure about that. The wrestling opportunities is there, just that Jan Blachowicz doesn't wrestle like that. So him wrestling like that at elevation, he clearly didn't prepare properly, and he was just tired. Like, if you watch the embeddeds, he was running around, cowboy hats like a damn idiot, like just BS like that. I don't know what the hell he was doing. So that was that. And then we get to the main event. You know what I'm saying? I got my Dustin Poirier shirt on, man, my hoodie. But if there's anything I learned, man, it's like, yo, it's never really the end. I mean, Justin Gaethje showed that. People could bounce back. I don't know where Dustin goes from here. I don't know if he retires. I don't know if he wants to fight any of these new up and coming guys. I don't know what's the next thing for him to do. I don't know if maybe he fights the loser of the of the Islam fight. Maybe that could be it, and things could turn around within the next year. But Dustin looked pretty good in the first round, landed some good strikes, and Yeah, I'm just still stunned by. I'm stunned that really happened. Like he looked good, landed a few strikes. I mean, Gaethje was dipping his head a little bit, so I actually thought that Dustin would be the one, that could possibly land a head kick because Gaethje just kept dipping his head, got hurt twice, and then the second round starts up, and then a couple exchanges, and Gaethje just lands the head kick, man. I mean, Dustin put his hand up, but the head kick still got around. So I mean, that's the luck of the game, man. That's fighting for you. So congrats to Dustin Gaethje. I mean, unfortunate, just very, very unfortunate, man. But it is what it is. UFC 291, not a bad card at all. It was a good card. Just disappointed for me to see my favorite fighters lose the way how they did, and for me to just lose the money that I did. But it is what it is. Wins and losses, like they say, the highest of highs, the lowest of lows, and yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back. I'll be back with the bets. I'll be back with everything else. So y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all see I got some. You can't see all of it, but I got some video ideas for you guys. So my bad. I'm being a little bit down, but this is just the honest feeling. And yeah, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what was your favorite moment of UFC 291. And I'll catch y'all boys in the next video, man. Peace.